Hi, Omega Khaos again with another real life deck profile, and this time I'm showing my Utopia deck with all the different onomatopoeia support with all the Go, Todo, and Gaga monsters and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot more better and more consistent. So I guess let's go this deck. So first the monsters. So of course first I use triple Utopic onomatopoeia. A very important card for this deck because it counts as all the names like Subaba, Dododo, Gogogo, Gaga. So it works with all of the different support cards all of those archetypes have. And also during your main phase, yes, you can summon each up to each Subaba, Gaga, Dodo and Gogo monster, and then of course you can only exceed someone for the rest of the turn if you activate this effect, which is definitely makes a lot of sense. This card is really good for this deck, so yeah. Then another new addition is Dodo Dwarf, Gogo Glove. So this monster counts as two archetypes, Dodo and Gogo. So this card is really good as well, because you can spell summon Suaba or Gaga monster from a hand, and if you control Gogo or Dodo monster, you can spell summon this card from the graveyard, which is definitely really amazing, so just really good for rank 4 plays in general. Then I also, of course, use Suaba Pancho Gaga Coat. A really good card as well. If you control Suaba or Gaga monster, you can spell summon this card from the hand, and also you can revive a Gogo or Dodo monster from the graveyard, but then of course you can only exceed someone during the rest of the turn, but it's not really much of a problem at all because mostly you're going to just exceed someone. Then some other monsters, older ones, so of course two Dodo each. Still, it's pretty good. If this card is normal or when this card is normal spell summoned, you can spell summon a Dodo monster from a hand. It's definitely pretty good. Combos very well like the Field spell or Utopia and Dodo Driver. Definitely still I think it's pretty needed in the deck. Then I use one Dodo Driver, so I can make my sexual weapon Leo arms. That's why I'm using this card. I think it's definitely needed for that combo. Then I use one Gogo Chant. I don't think you really need any more than one, and you don't need to use any other Gogo monsters like Gogo Ghost or Gogo Golem, because with all the new support they are not needed anymore. Then I also use two Kage for some more rank 4 plays, and of course searchable with Kingdom of Fair Nymphs. Then the sexual weapons in the main deck are two sexual weapon Tornado Bringer, probably the most important sexual weapon, because the fact that it prevents your equipped monster from being targeted by card effects, which is definitely really good. And of course especially good if you equip it to a Utopia Kaiser, because if there are number monsters on the field alongside Utopia Kaiser, Utopia can't be destroyed by card effects as well. So that definitely is really good. And then one sexual weapon, Lightning Blade. Pretty good as well, because it prevents your equipped monster from being destroyed by card effect once, but also it makes that your sexual weapons in the back row can't be destroyed by card effects as well, which is definitely really good. Now let's see the spell cards and the traps. So of course first the Rank Magics. First one, Rank Magic Astral Force. Of course pretty good to summon out Utopia Beyond, but mostly of course you just discard it for Utopic Sexual. Then of course I use two Rank Magic Limited Variance Force. Was pretty good as well, summon out your Utopia Ray Victory, but again most of the time I'm just going to discard it for Utopic Sexual. And then of course one Rank Magic Numeron Force, pretty good as well. It also negates face-up cards effects as well if you use it. But again, most of the time you're just going to describe for Utopic Sexal. So just the 4 rank ups. Maybe I should use more, because then it makes Utopic Sexal more consistent, but this deck has quite a lot of throw power as well, which we can exchange tactics, of course. So then 1 double or nothing, of course, for Utopia double, so you can auto-KO your opponent very easily. Then probably the key card of this deck, thanks to Master Rule 5, this card is now playable again. So it is, of course, triple Onomatopoeia. Amazing card, makes pretty much everything work, but you don't really need to rely on it as much as before. But still, of course, very good to have. So basically, each time Utopia Master is summoned to your side of the field, it gets a high 5 to the sky counter, but then you can remove 2 counters to summon any of the Todo, Gaga, Gogo, Todo Monster from the deck. Most of them you're going to summon like Todo Witch, for example, to summon out something from the hand, stuff like that, to go for a Leo Arms combo, for example. And Dual Around, of course, is a very good combo card in the deck. And now it's searchable as well with Onomatopic as well. Then, of course, I still use triple Onomatopoeia. Of course, this can search out 2 of the Subawa Gaga Gogo Todo Monster. Before, of course, you had to have different names added, but now you have a lot of cards that count as 2 names, so you won't be as restricted as before with this card. Then, of course, another one of the new additions is triple Onomato Pickup, which can pretty much search out any Onomato or Onomat card from the deck. So that includes like Onomatopoeia, Onomatopoeia, and Utopic Onomatopoeia. So that's really good search for all of those cards. The pretty decent secondary ability as well if you need it. So definitely all around really amazing card for this deck. Then, of course, that 1 terraforming for Onomatopoeia. Then, of course, 1 reinforcement of the army, because a lot of your monsters are warrior type. Then I run triple Generation Force, because I want to search out exchange tactics. I think it's definitely pretty good. Then, of course, I run those 2 exchange tactics, because it's really good for throw power. You can just keep throwing pretty much as much as you want, and just summoning out those Utopia and stuff like that. Definitely really amazing card for sure. And the last card in the main deck is Xyz Block. Just an extra target for Generation Force. It's pretty good as well, because obviously when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach an Xyz material from an Xyz monster, then negate it and destroy it. So definitely pretty good in the deck. So that was the main deck. Now let's see the next deck. Of course, first is your Shining number 0 Utopic Sexal. Amazing card, of course, still, although I don't want to rely on it all the time, because it's definitely not a healthy card to use. But of course, it pretty much stops your opponent from playing. They can't activate any cards or effects, and they can set, of course, back row and monsters, but most of the time it's not going to help much. Most of the time you're just going to win. Of course, if they're playing back row based deck, then you might be a little bit in trouble, but otherwise it mostly wins you the game if you can summon it. Then I run 1 Future number 0 Utopic Future. This card is not as good right now because we don't have Utopic Future Dragon, but still it's pretty good in several situations. Of course, you have to use non-numbered Xyz monsters, so you can't use your Utopias to summon it, but still it's definitely you're able to summon it in this deck if you need to. Then I run 1 number 93 Utopia Kaiser. This card is now playable thanks to Master of 5. Previously it wasn't really usable at all, but now it's definitely pretty good, because you can just special one, number monsters from the extra deck. Depending on the number of exist materials this card has, then you detach one exist material. So most of the time you just summon some beaters like Utopia and Victory and beyond, just as like extra monsters. And also if you control a normal monster, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So it works well with your sexual weapons, because this card also counts, obviously it's a Utopia monster, so you can equip sexual weapons to it as well. So all around I think it's a pretty amazing card in this deck for sure. Then of course one number 39, Utopia Beyond. Of course you can summon it with either Dragon Magic Astral Force or even Utopia Double. And also of course Utopia Kaiser to just as a beater. All around definitely a really good card, because obviously with Utopia Double your opponent has a monster and they have less than 6,000 life points. It's pretty much game over. Then one Khaos number 39, Utopia Victory, pretty good as well. You can also summon it with Utopia Double or any of the other rank ups like Numeran Force and Limited Partners Force. I think it's definitely still pretty good. Then I use one shiny number 39, Utopia Prime, pretty good as well, but it's just you're just going to use it to get more draws or more counters for your Utopia, or more draws of course with exchange tactics. And pretty much the same with Khaos number 39, Utopia Ray, of course still pretty good. Then of course I use the main card of the deck is of course triple number 39, Utopia. Of course, I don't think I need to explain this card, the main card of the deck, basically. Then of course I use one number 39 Utopia Double, a really amazing card, going second if you want to auto-K your opponent, because obviously it's a quick effect. You detach one exist material from this card, and then add a double nothing from the deck to the hand, and then exist summon Utopia monster. And of course all the materials get added to the monster, and then its attack becomes doubled as well, but you cannot attack directly during that turn with that monster. So most of the time if your opponent has like a monster with less than 2000 attack, you're going to summon this, add double or nothing to your hand, exist summon into regular Utopia. It will then have 5,000 attack points. Then you attack, negate Utopia's own attack, then activate double or nothing. Then it will have 10,000 when you attack, and then that's game over. So that's definitely really amazing for that reason. So yeah. Then of course I use one sexual weapon, Leo Arms, to search for 12 sexual weapons like Lightning Blade and Tornado Bringer. I still think it's pretty good, and also you can equip it to a Utopia monster, so that monster can gain 3,000 attack point. Then I use one Magician, definitely pretty good, because you can detach an exist material to revive any exist monster from the graveyard. So it's definitely really good. And also its other effect works with Utopic Future, definitely pretty good as well if you want to summon it. Then one King of the Feral Imps, so I can search out Kage, and also it's a non-number exist monster in the deck, so I can revive it with something like Gaga Magician, and then go into Utopic Future. So that's why we must use it. I probably replace it in the future for Galant Granite, but right now I don't have that. And then a last card in the deck's extra deck is one Gravity Controller. The only reason I really use it, if I can summon King of Feral Imps and Gaga Magician in the same turn, I can link summon Gravity Controller using a King of Feral Imps, then use Gaga Magician's effect to revive the King of Feral Imps, and then go into Utopic Future. So I think that's the reason why I use this card, and it's pretty good as well, of course. So this was my update Utopia deck profile. I still of course really enjoy playing with this deck. It's very fun. Obviously not anything competitive by any means, but of course summoning a Utopia XXL can be very game breaking sometimes. So I hope you enjoyed this real life deck profile. For now, goodbye and Khaos out.